What's up, everybody? Your boy Pat back again with another edition of Second Take, where I talk tech and I speak sports. Today's topic of the day is Google is forever. Now, if you agree with me, in the comments, I want you to put hashtag Google is forever, hashtag Wu-Tang is forever. Now, before we get into it, I'd like to encourage you to subscribe, like, share, comment on this content, on this channel, because when you do that, it really helps the channel. Now, getting back to the content at hand. I got a list of things because I didn't want to forget anything. Now, iOS 14. I know you thought this was a Google video. It's a Google video, but kind of not. It's an iOS video too. Now, I heard that iOS 14 dropped about a week or two ago. I don't know. I don't got an iPhone. I know my girl downloaded it on her phone. I don't rock with Apple. I don't rock with iPhone. And I'm going to let you know why. Here's just some of the bigger features that were released. And I'm going to compare them to where Google stands and where Android stands and where Samsung stands, because Samsung is Android. Now, the first thing they did was they decided, after being in the game for more than a decade plus, they decided you don't have to use their default email or their default web browser. So out goes Safari, in comes Chrome, in comes Gmail, Google gangsters, let's get it. So now you could finally have a third-party app that you can actually use. It's not, oh, I click to send an email and it automatically goes to whatever their email agent is called, or I click on a web link and it goes to Safari. Now you can make it so your primary email can be any third party. You're probably going to get Gmail, I know. And it could be any web browser. You're probably going to get Chrome, I know. Now, that's a good thing, but damn, it took you a long time. Let's talk about another thing, widgets. So I know everybody gonna say we had widgets before, man. Nah, that was just for Apple Pay. It was specifically set up for Apple Pay so you could set it up so you could use their paying structure. Now they got more widgets. They finally got widgets. They could go on the home screen. Android's only been doing that since 2008. Go get them, Google. 2008. 12 years ago. And they got them in different sizes. You could do small, medium, or large. Meanwhile, you could do infinite amounts with Google widgets. But let's move to the next one. They got an app library. The app library. Oh, so you mean now every app I download don't go to the homepage? It don't go to the homepage? I don't got 40 apps on my home screen that I got to scroll through and find them? You mean, really? I got the option to have them categorized? That's all you got. Just categorize by how Apple wants to categorize them. Can't put them in alphabetical order still. Home screen still looking like a mess. App drawer, not really an app library. Really just like a half-ass attempt that Apple likes to do. But anyway, I've been on Google since 2008 as well. They got suggested apps in the library. I mean, this has been a feature on Google for years. So now all your recent apps or apps they feel like you probably should be using, they'll suggest. In Google, it's all mostly the most recent ones. I don't know what Apple's going to do, but whatever. Let's go to the next one. Less intrusive phone calls. So you know how like you be scrolling on Instagram, you be on Facebook, right? And boom, somebody calls you. Your whole screen disappears. It's literally, you got to make sure that they know a phone call's coming in. So Apple finally took a note from Samsung, and yeah, so now it doesn't take over the whole screen. It's just a little notification like an Android, you know. And I'll say Samsung and Android interchangeably. I know the difference, but I rock Samsung, and Samsung basically is Android to me because, yeah, that's what people buy on Android, Samsungs. Next one, this one's the funniest, man. This one is the fun. They got picture-in-picture for YouTube, meaning you could actually watch a YouTube video in a little small box and still scroll, do what you're doing on Instagram, on Facebook, on the internet, whatever. Yeah, I had that on my Samsung Galaxy S2. That was in 2011. So y'all 9 years late on that one. Google is forever. Apple Maps bike support. Really, man? Like, you don't think people out here riding around on bikes, man? Like, for real? Like, you think people ain't been using bikes? We got everybody on this save the planet. We ain't driving cars. We riding around on bikes now. And y'all just put it into your map, your Apple Maps. Let's keep it up with Apple specific programs. They got Apple Translate. Sound like Google Translate, right? No, not really. I mean, Google's forever. Apple Maps. I mean, Apple Translate. Sorry, I'm too excited. Apple Translate. They could translate a whole 11 languages. 11 languages. Google Translate. It's over 100 languages. Let's keep it going. Apple Maps speed trap alert. I mean, I already been joking on Apple Maps a long time ago, man. I mean, it literally has you driving into water. Go research it on Google. Oh, yeah, I know Google's forever. Anyway, let's just stick to the topic. They got speed traps. Google Maps and Waze, which is owned by Google, has had this feature for years. They got on-device voice recognition for the keyboard input. So before you had to go into Siri and actually do voice dictation and stuff, you couldn't do it on your keyboard. It's really weird. It's just, I don't really understand the whole thing. It's just a lot of dumb stuff. Safari gets language translate. So you know how like you be on a page, sometimes you'll click and it's like in Japanese or in Korean or whatever. And you just hit, Google Translate and the whole page translates. Yeah, Safari finally got that. I mean, this has been around forever in Google. How about this? This is my favorite one, man. It's kind of towards the end of the video, but this is my favorite one. Now, you got Apple literally, they claim that they got the safest phone and nobody can hack into their phone and all this dumb stuff. One, the iCloud's been hacked so many times, so let's stop. Now, I know that's a browser versus a phone, but here we go. Safari has password monitoring, which is essentially saying, if your email has been a part of a breach on a website, it will now tell you, hey, your email. And my girl was just doing this earlier. And she was probably doing it with this new feature. So for years, she's been going on and on and on. And bang, hey, your email has been part of a breach. And we suggest you change your password. Google has had this forever. Google is forever. Hashtag, put it in the comments. And the last one I got, because this one is hilarious to me, because I used to always joke how you could tell somebody took a picture on an iPhone versus an Android device on social media. And the easiest way is when somebody took a selfie, because if their hat was backwards, you see that right there? If their hat was backwards, if their hat was backwards or their lettering was backwards on their shirt, right, or something like that, check it out. Check out the shirt, right? You see the mic too, right? But check out the shirt. You see it got the YouTube, shameless plug. But anyway, if they had a backwards logo, backwards writing, they took it on the iPhone, man. And if they had it where the writing could be read easily because it was in the right format, it wasn't backwards, it was on an Android. But now they finally allowed you to do that. On the front camera, you could flip the writing. You could flip the image, essentially. Now, I know there's been a lot, man, and there's a lot more. I got more stuff coming on this because this is a topic that's been long overdue for me. The Apple versus Android versus Samsung versus iOS, blah, blah, blah. It's more to come on this, but I just want to give a shout out to everybody who's rocking with me on YouTube, Instagram, the Anchor app. That's where my sports podcast is at. You can also find me on Apple Podcasts. You can find me on Google Podcasts. It's your boy Pat. Peace. Catch you on the next one.